Hello and welcome. Welcome to your December 2021 TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. It's always such an honor and a privilege to be here to do these videos for you, and I do so enjoy doing the TarotScopes. So what is TarotScopes? What are TarotScopes? So TarotScopes are 12 videos, 12 individual separate videos with the same structure. So basically it's 12 readings that I do for each sign of the zodiac to give you a little bit of insight, a little bit of information, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of preparedness for the month ahead. And usually when I do the TarotScopes, I usually have a sort of the same reading that I do where we draw the same kind of spread, the same kind of layout. But this month I thought I would change it up a little bit because it is December. We are going into the last month of 2021. I can't quite wrap my head around that. It's crazy. The end of 2021. We're there. We've done it. And I'm one of those kind of people who believe that there's certain lessons and certain objectives and certain things that we have to go through during the year, that the universe, that spirit have laid out in front of us. And if we don't achieve, if we don't process, if we don't go through that, if we don't have the understanding, then maybe we carry it over into next year. And we're all carrying a lot, okay? Our shoulders are all quite heavy laden. So I want to help you to make sure that you're not carrying any excess baggage, any excess lessons, learning, objectives, and understandings into 2022. So, with that said, what I thought I would do with the TarotScopes for December is we're going to have a look at, like, for each sign of the zodiac, what was the main objective that you needed to experience, to learn, or to understand during 2021. We're going to look at where you are now, and we're going to look at where you're moving to. So we're sort of going to see that progression. And then I've got a couple of other things that we're going to do. So basically the idea here is that hopefully this particular reading is going to help you tick all the boxes for 2021, okay? Tick all the boxes to make sure that as you progress into 2022, that we're leaving all our baggage behind, that we've done everything we needed to, we've understood and processed and handled everything that we needed to, and that we are clear to move forward and to start 2022 off with a clear slate, that we've got nothing unresolved that we need to still handle as well. So it's about just eliminating a little bit of the baggage and clearing the way so that you can move into 2022 and have an awesome year, because I really am very confident that 2022 is going to be better than 2021. And we all know that 2021 has been better than 2020. We've had our challenges this year, there's no doubt about it. And we probably will have some more challenges going forward. But generally speaking, I think it's going to be awesome. So let me just take a minute here to explain TarotScopes. So it's done based on your sun sign. So whether you're an Aries, a Pisces, or whatever it may be, okay? And I record each reading with the intention that it be relevant and appropriate for your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. So those of you who are into astrology and know all of those things, you can go and read or watch or listen to those videos as well, those readings, to get additional information or insight. But typically, sun signs is sufficient, okay? So you know what your sun sign is. And if you don't, I'm happy to give you the little list of born between these dates, this is what your sign is, kind of thing. But it is always nice to know what your moon sign is or what your rising sign is. Google is your friend there, okay? Google will help you as to how to figure it out, how to get it, and what it all means. So do go and Google it for that information. But I create these videos with the intention to help you on those areas, on those aspects of yourself, for each sign of the zodiac. So each reading has the same structure. I'm using the same set of cards in the same format or the same layout, but obviously the information that I receive and that I read in the cards will be different for each sign of the zodiac. So I will flip the camera around so that you will see the cards, you will see the table, just to make it easier, so that it gives you something to focus on, and it saves me having to hold up a whole bunch of cards. I do hope that you enjoy your reading. I do hope that it helps you to tick all the boxes that December needs you to tick, so that we can go into 2022 better, ready, more prepared, all of those kind of things. And obviously this is a free service that I'm offering. All I ask in return is that you show your appreciation by giving the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done, please do click that subscribe button. And the other thing that you could possibly do if you want more interaction with me and more from me is maybe consider clicking that join button down there and joining the YouTube family. Basically what that means, it is a monthly subscription service that gives you all sorts of access to various services that I offer, one of them being free readings every Wednesday evening. So every Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. South African time, I do a live reading. You get to post a question and I answer for you on the spot. So do consider clicking that join button now. But anyway, let's get onto your reading. I'm going to flip the camera and let's get started. Okay, so Capricorn, let's get into your reading and let's see what you need to know as we go into this December period, the last month of 2021. What is relevant and significant? What do you need to be aware of and what do you need to know? So I am working with the tarot deck that I am frantically busy shuffling. Is called the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Legacy of the Divine Tarot. It is such an awesome deck. I also have an oracle deck here as well that we're going to be working with. So Capricorn, let's give the cards a shuffle and we'll lay out the cards that we need, and let's get into your reading and see what do you need to know around this last month of 2021. What do you need to know and how do you need to be prepared and ready for 2022? Okay, cards are shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck over there and we're going to draw cards straight off the top. So Capricorn, our first card that we're going to be taking is going to be, what was the objective of 2021? As far as Spirit is concerned, what did Spirit have planned for you? What did Spirit need you to do, achieve, and to experience? We're then going to have a look at card 2 is going to be how you doing? Where are you at with regards to this objective? Where are you at the moment? And then our third card, if I can squeeze it in over there, let's actually just push this one slightly out the way. And our third card here is based on where you are at the moment. Where are you heading? So this is the objective. This is where you are. This is your current. And this is what's next, where you're heading next. Our fourth card is going to be what you still need to achieve, learn, understand in 2021. And this is what you're going to be taking into 2022. So those are the tarot cards that we're going to be looking at. Here I have an oracle, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Let's give it a little shuffle. And from this deck, I only want a single card. And the reason for the single card, or what I want the single card to do, is once we've done this particular reading for you, this is going to be just additional validation, confirmation, and clarifying information from Spirit around the reading, so that just to sort of tie it all together, and anything that I may have missed or not mentioned, this is Spirit's opportunity to make sure that that information comes through for you. Right, cards are shuffled. Put it back together and we're going to cut the deck over there. And we're taking that card for you. All right, so Capricorn, cards are all shuffled and laid out. Let's get into your reading. Right, so we're starting with this card in the top corner here. And as I said to you, this is from Spirit's perspective. As you went into 2021, what did Spirit intend? What was the objective that Spirit intended for all Capricorn energy? Let's have a look. Oh, I like that. 9 of Coins. I like that. 9 of Coins is the card of abundance. It's the card of having everything your heart desires and so much more. It's the card of being so truly satisfied on a material level. Okay, so here we have a maiden. She is dressed beautifully. She has got a bird. She has got everything her heart desires, and she values and appreciates everything that she has. So it's not just about having stuff, but it's having appreciation for nice things as well. Okay, so that was what Spirit intended for all Capricorn energy. Spirit sort of said, right, beginning of, as we go into 2021 for the year, this is something that you need to achieve, learn, understand. And I am going to say to you that this is obviously very relative for every single one of you watching right now. For some people, this may mean having a nice house. For some, this may mean having a good job. For some, it may mean having a certain amount of money in the savings. It will be different for each one of you. But what it is, it's about appreciating and enjoying that which you have. And that was the biggest objective for each one of you for 2021. So that doesn't mean we've achieved it, because we're going to find out. So Capricorn, let's have a look. We're going to look at our second card, and this is going to give you a really good indication of how you're doing in achieving that. How close are you to achieving that objective? Are you on track, or are you way off course? Let's have a look and see. Where are you at? Waiting for the birds to fly past. Where are you at with regards to the objective? Oh my gosh. Right, so Capricorn, we're going to get quite real here by the looks of it, because we've got the Ten of Swords, all right? And Ten of Swords, you can see that it's a completely different energy. You can see that there is a little bit of chaos and turmoil happening in the Ten of Swords. And in the Nine of Coins, we've just got happiness and joy and everything. So let's analyze the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, first of all, I have to say to you, Capricorn, Swords is the suit of the mind, the suit of the intellect, the suit of the thoughts, the stuff that happens in your head. And if you look at him, he looks agonized, okay? He looks stressed to the max. He's also not looking straight ahead. Okay, so he's got his head tilted back, if I can put it that way. And he looks like he's caught up in all sorts of things. And I do think when Spirit is saying that this is where you are at the moment, maybe right now you need to take a minute and actually think about that. Pause the video and actually think, is that what I'm feeling? Is that what I'm going through? Because this could be that you're so caught up in the what I call the what if scenario in your mind that you've lost track or lost touch with your reality. And you may be thinking everything's difficult, everything's a challenge, everything's hard, I'm not winning, I'm not succeeding. But it's almost like you are being your own worst enemy. So when I look at this card, behind him are all of these swords all around him. Are they hurting him? Are they stopping him from moving forward? Are they blocking him in any way? No. But it's the way that he's imagining it. It's the way that he's perceiving it. It's the way that he's almost like he's standing in front of them to stop them from going away, or stopping them from revealing their true selves. So I am going to say to you, Capricorn, that this is Spirit saying to you, you should have been 2021 was supposed to be an easy, simple, and uncomplicated year for you, but you seem to have made it worse for yourself. You seem to have made it more complicated than it actually is. Okay, so I know that's quite harsh. I know that's quite blunted to the point. But you know what? The cards speak. The cards speak. So this is what Spirit were hoping, what they'd expected, what they had laid out for you. And this is how you have reacted or responded to that, and where you are at now. So 2021 is not finished yet, which is exactly why I wanted to do this kind of reading for you, because 2021 is not finished yet, which means we've still got, at the time of recording this particular video, it is towards the end of November. So you've got a couple of days of November and the whole of December to shift and to change and to dissipate this situation. Okay, so before we can do that though, based on the path that you're going, based on this current location, let's see where it's leading you. What's coming up after this? Once you've overcome this, what's next? Because maybe this is good, maybe it's bad. Let's have a look. So Capricorn, you see, it's not so bad. Not so bad. What we have here, Capricorn, is the Major Arcana card 21, and it's the card of the World. So out of the Major Arcana cards, this is the last one. And this is the one that you get as a trophy for succeeding, for achieving, for accomplishing, for making it onto the podium. Okay, so here you can see he is the trophy. He's standing there and he's saying, look at me, I'm amazing. This circle around him is of all the zodiacs, of all the different signs of the zodiac. So it means that he's achieved everything, he's accomplished everything, and he is the victor of his own circumstance. So even though you're a little bit in your head right now, it's not bad, okay? Because maybe in order to achieve this, In order to achieve the objective, maybe you had to slay your dragons. So in which case you need 10 swords to slay the dragons so that you can achieve the happiness and the success that you want to. So I started off by saying that this is a bit of a heavy card, but if you don't have the full picture, you don't always see the full story. So honestly, this is necessary. Whatever you're going through at the moment, whatever thoughts are running around your mind, whatever demons or dragons you're dealing with right now, you cannot skip this step. You cannot bypass this, because if you are going to succeed and be victorious and achieve this life of abundance and opulence and fabulousness, you have to overcome your shadows. And this is you overcoming your shadows right here and right now. And I think that's pretty awesome. I really do, Capricorn. Okay, so as I have said, 2021 is not over yet. We've still got a month to go. So what we're going to look at here with card 4 is, considering that there is still 1 month to go, what else, or what do you still need to do, overcome, achieve, or whatever what can you do in this last month to bring you closer to the objective? So let's have a look and see. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I'm saying that. I mean, it's not going to mean anything to you now, but honestly, this card, the moon, has come up in this exact position. I think this is the 4th time in this December readings that I have done. It is crazy, but I understand. I understand, because what is the moon? The moon is, if you think about your a road that you drive on every day of your life, the way that it looks by day and the way that it looks by night can be very different. Moonlight seems to cast longer shadows, seems to create darker crevices for things to hide. The moon is about our emotions and it's about all of those things, but it's also about facing our shadows. And isn't that exactly what I said with the 10 of Swords, is that maybe you need 10 swords to slay your dragons, to slay your demons, to slay your shadows. And this is something that you still need to do in December of 2021 so that you can achieve the objective and have the success, the victory, and the happiness that you desire, that you deserve, and that is available to you. So the moon card is reminding you about cycles and patterns and things like that, but it's also saying to you that you have to look at your fears, you have to face them, you have to acknowledge them, you have to work through them. You cannot just shove it into the back of the cupboard and hope that it stays there. You have to actually be open and vulnerable, like this lady is doing. She's sitting there naked and she's showing herself to the moon and she's saying, see me for who I am. Look at me, warts and all. Accept me, warts and all. So she is facing her biggest fear and she's doing it with courage. She's doing it in the best way that she can. It's not easy, okay? Capricorn, it's definitely not easy, but you know what? She's doing it and she's doing it well. And by doing it, this is what awaits her. And doesn't that make it all worthwhile? Doesn't that all make it all like absolutely fabulous? Of course it does. Of course it does. All right, so Spirit is saying to you, Capricorn, that you were supposed to come out of 2021 feeling as if you have everything your heart desires and so much more. Feeling happy, content, fulfilled, etc. Right now, you have a lot going on in your mind, you have a lot going on in your life, and it may be feeling a little bit too much, but persevere, push through, keep going, keep doing whatever you're doing, because it's going to bring you to success and achievement and accomplishments that you're looking for. But you are running out of time a little bit. You've only got the 1 month left. So face the thing that you fear the most in December so that you can realize that it's actually nothing to fear, that there's actually nothing to worry about, and that we can have the life that we want. All right, we have got one tarot card left, Capricorn, and this particular tarot card is, the whole idea behind this particular reading is that we want to make sure that we don't carry unnecessary baggage and burdens into 2022. 2022 is going to carry a very different energy, a very different vibration. And if we bring our stress, worries, and anxieties into 2022, we're starting the year off in a really bad way. So we want to clear that. We want to make sure that whatever we take into 2022 empowers us and gives us all the positives that we need to have an even better existence and even a better life. So Our final tarot card here is the card of what you can take. What lessons, learning, understanding, what can you take into 2022? So let's see what you've got. I love that. I absolutely love that. It is the card of the Star. The Star is the card of hope, renewal, rejuvenation. It's the card that says to you, it's going to be okay. I love that. I really, really do. The Star card is telling you, don't fear, don't get caught up in that. The Star card is saying, as long as you believe and as long as you have hope in your heart, everything's going to be okay. And I do think, looking at the year that you've had, looking at 2021 in its entirety, it hasn't been a walk in the park. It hasn't been, or maybe it has been a bed of roses, because a bed of roses is full of thorns, okay? It hasn't been easy. It has been difficult, but we needed that difficulty. We needed that experience. We needed that challenge so that we could become better versions of ourselves. And as we finish off this year and move into 2022, you can hold on to the hope that it's going to be better, that it's going to be easier, and that it's all going to be okay. All right. So, Capricorn, we have got an oracle card left that we need to look at. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And the intention behind this card was clarifying, clarity, validation on the reading that we've had. Anything else that Spirit want to add to it. So let's turn it over and see what we have. It's time to go. I love that. In other words, don't dilly-daddle, okay? Don't wait to deal with this. Get going, get busy. And I also think with this card, you can see the pathway that she's walking. There is her destination, okay? That's where she's going to. She is so close to getting there, just as you are so close to overcoming your challenges and your obstacles, but you've still got a whole month to go. So this is Spirit saying to you, deal with whatever you need to deal with, because that's there for you. Happiness, success, and victory is there for you, but you need to do that last bit. You need to push through that last little bit of the journey so that you can achieve everything that your heart desires and more. So, Capricorn, it's time to go. It's time to get busy. It's time to slay your dragons so that we can leave them in 2021, so that when we move into 2022, we do so with happiness in our love, in our hearts. I love that. So, as the Oracle card says, friends, it's time for me to go. I do hope that you've enjoyed your reading. I do hope that this just helps you to tick off and to finish off anything and everything that needs to be done as we close out 2021 and as we start welcoming in 2022. All right, so Capricorn, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we meet again, take care.